Hey, it's the Refined Reseller. Thank you for tuning in to my YouTube channel. For many, many years, I have been getting up on Saturday mornings and going to garage sales, buying items and reselling them on eBay. In this video, I will give you tips on how you can buy valuable items at garage sales for a very, very low price. So please like this video, and if you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel, and let's get started. Tip number one, plan your route. Time is money. You want to follow an efficient route and not go back and forth across town, wasting both valuable time and gas money. Where I live, there is a newspaper that is published online every Thursday. It's a want ad paper. I can go in there and look at it and see all of the garage sales that are happening on Saturday. I write them down, I map them out, and I plan a route. Maybe they don't have that in your city. If they don't, you can check out other sources such as Craigslist, or maybe Facebook has some groups that are dedicated to garage sales, so be sure to check that out. And then what you do is you write down all of the garage sales, and you can use Google Maps to plot out everything. Make sure you know where you're going and have your route all figured out before you even jump in your car. Tip number two, the early bird gets the worm. Where I live, garage sales start early. I'm talking 5:30, 6 o'clock. Most of them start at 7, but generally no sales start after 7 o'clock, so you've got to get an early start. I leave the house at 5:15. You know, almost all the sales that I go to, they actually open before they say they are going to, so don't be afraid to show up at a garage sale 30 minutes or even an hour before it is scheduled to start. Most of them open early, and you want to be one of the first people there. Now, for the real early sales, like 5:30, 6 o'clock, sometimes during the year, it is dark, so be sure to bring a flashlight. I have a light that I wear on my head, so it frees up my hands so I can dig around and find the items that I am looking for. So early bird gets the worm. Don't forget that. Tip number three, know what you're looking for. If you can't remember, bring a list with you and make sure you go over it while you're at every sale, because you're going to forget something. Generally, I will take a quick glance at everything that's for sale. I'll grab stuff that I'm familiar with and I know that I can resell. I put it aside, and then I go back over everything and I see what I might have missed, because at a lot of garage sales, there's hundreds of things. And if you go over it just one time, there's a lot of stuff you're going to miss. Be sure to look at all the tables, look under the tables, look at any unopened containers that might have a lid, because a lot of times there is stuff in there and you don't know unless you open the lid. Just look everywhere you possibly can and try not to leave anything overlooked. Tip number four, ask for stuff. If you don't see anything you're interested in buying and you want to buy a particular item, ask the seller if they have it. Many, many times a seller will not put out an item because they don't think anyone will buy it. Or maybe they have something that has been sitting in their closet for 20 years or so. They forgot they even have it. Well, I have been very, very successful asking for products I know I can make money on. Sure enough, I'll ask them, for instance, hey, would you happen to have a guitar? And they'll go, you know what? There's a guitar in the closet that was my son's. He went off to college. It's been in there for about 6 or 7 years. Let me go get it. They bring the guitar out. It's valuable. It's worth some money, and I buy it. So tip number four, be sure to ask for stuff. You never know what the person may have in their house that you may want to buy. Here's tip number five, always keep an eye out for items that are new in the box and have never been opened. Here's a perfect example. Let's say it's a young couple. They just got married. They got a bunch of wedding gifts, and they got duplicate wedding gifts. Well, maybe they were too lazy to return them, and they're selling them at a garage sale. It happens all the time. I am always on the lookout for new items that have never been opened. And what you want to do is you want to be sure to use your eBay app on your phone to scan the barcode and look up completed listing to see what the item has sold for. 99% of the time, I will not buy an item that has a barcode without first finding out the value of the item on eBay. Because if I'm buying something, I have to know that I can sell it, and I have to know what price I can sell it for. And there are millions of items out there that I have no idea what the value is, And the eBay scanner on your phone where you can scan a barcode is an invaluable tool. For instance, I don't want to pay $10 for an item that is only worth 20, which I might do if I did not look it up on eBay. So again, look out for items that have never been opened and are new in the box. Tip number 6, whenever you possibly can, buy in bulk. That's right, buy in bulk. You will save tons of money. And here's a perfect example: CDs and DVDs. A CD or DVD is not worth much. At most garage sales, people have them priced at $1 each. Are they worth that? No, they're not. The truth is they're worth about a quarter or less. So if there are a bunch of CDs or DVDs at a garage sale, and I'm talking, 100 or more, try to buy them in bulk. And here's how you go about doing that. Simply ask, ma'am, would you like to get rid of all of your CDs? And they come back with, well, how much are you willing to offer me? Then you go into this. Well, I'm sure you've heard of Pandora, Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube. And the truth is, in today's world, CDs are not worth much because you can stream music for free now. So what I'd be willing to do, I see you have 100 CDs, I'd be willing to give you $20 and take them off of your hands. Most of the time, that person is going to sell that lot of CDs to you for $20. Same thing with DVDs. Instead of saying Spotify, Pandora, and Apple Music, you say Netflix, HBO, and other streaming services like that, where DVDs just are not worth a lot of money. But what will happen is you'll get home and you'll start looking through those 100 CDs, and you'll find one that could be like, let's just say, a punk CD from the 1980s that's worth $20. So you sell it for $20, and now you've got 99 more CDs that you paid absolutely nothing for because you already got your money back. So always buy in bulk. That's talking about CDs and DVDs. I did make an earlier video where I talk about whether or not you should sell CDs on eBay. If you'd like to check out that video, simply click the link above and it will take you right to it. So tip number 6, always, if you can, buy in bulk. Tip number 7, no matter what the price is, always offer half of what they're asking. Always, and I mean always, no matter what the price is, never offer more than half of what the asking price is. I know, this may sound rude, but it's an offer and the seller has the chance to say no or to make a counter offer. And I would say 50% of the time, the seller will sell it to me for half the price. And that's because most of the people who are having a garage sale simply want to get rid of their items. And here's another rule that I have. If I make an offer on an item and the seller says no and they won't come off the price, not even a penny, I simply turn and walk away. I'm not going to spend my time looking at the other items that I know I will have to pay full price for, because my rule is I never, ever pay full price for any item at any garage sale. Here's tip number 8, build a relationship with the seller. That's right. Be nice. When you walk up, say good morning. Ask them how they're doing. Comment on the stuff they have. Tell them they've done a great job of organizing everything. Just be nice. Have a smile on your face and be friendly. Establish a relationship. Build up a little trust with them and then start negotiations. Here's tip number 9. Explain your offer. If there's an item that you see and it's priced a little more than you're willing to pay for, you can kind of offer a lower price, but tell them why when you do it. I mean, for instance, you could be buying a CD player. Let's say you look at it, it looks perfect, but the remote control is missing. So just simply tell them, hey, look, I'd be willing to pay more for this, but the remote is missing. So here's what I would be willing to pay for it. Again, they're either going to say yes or no, and you can negotiate from there. Let's say you're buying clothing and there's a stain on the piece of clothing and they're wanting $10 for it. Say, look, there's a stain right here. I'll be happy to pay you $4 for it and see what happens. If it's not perfect, you can generally buy it for a lower price. Tip number 10, give them your contact information. If you really want something that the seller is really not willing to sell for you, what you're willing to pay, give them your phone number and ask them to call you if it hasn't sold at the end of the sale. Or if you'd like, you can drive back over there later in the day, see if the item is still for sale, and buy it then. Because if the item is overpriced in the first place and you didn't buy it, the chances are nobody is going to pay their asking price either. So again, if you get there as they are closing up and they don't want to drag everything back into their house, you can probably get it at the price you want. Tip number 11, don't ask for their best price. Don't do it. Don't ask them what's the best they can do. Always be the one to make the offer. If their item has a price of $50 and you ask what their best price is, they could say $45. That's not much of a discount at all. Instead, do this. You make the offer. Offer them $25. They're either going to accept it or they're going to make a counter offer. And let's say they make a counter offer of $35. Well, $35 is better than $45, and you got the $35 price because you made the offer. You didn't ask them what their best price was. So again, don't ask for their best price. You make the offer and go from there. Finally, tip number 12, the final payment. So now you've got a stack of stuff. You bring it to the table to pay. You've negotiated every single item down to the selling price from what they were previously asking for it. Everything has already been discounted. Now add it all up and offer less. That's right. You're going to get another discount. Now, I don't mean drastically less, but I do mean less. So let's say the total comes to $68. Simply say, hey, can we just make it an even $60? Most of the time, they will take it, and you save more money again. It works out perfectly. Final thoughts. As a reseller, you have to get every item you buy at the absolute lowest price you possibly can. And you can do that at garage sales if you know how to go about it properly. You have to know what to look for. You have to know what to buy. You have to know when to get there. You have to plan your route out, and you have to know how to negotiate. Now, negotiating, you may hurt someone's feelings. Someone may take your offer as an insult, but that's okay because chances are you don't know the person and you will probably never see them again. So you'll be shocked at how little a seller may take for an item that was once listed at a much higher price. You never know unless you do not ask. I really hope this video was helpful. If you'd like to see more of these, please subscribe to my channel and do like me, the Refined Reseller. Buy low, sell high, and I will see you next time.